Hey, how's it going, all my runners? So today I'm going to talk to you about ways to get faster. So if you ask anybody, hey, how do you run a 8-mile pace or a 7-mile pace or a 6-mile pace, whatever pace it is, they'll say, well, I do track workout. That's a good suggestion, but doing track workouts by itself can only get you so far. Once you hit that limit of doing track workouts, what else can you do to push your body to that next level? Well, here I'm going to demonstrate a couple exercises or drills that you can do at home. Now, I'm going to be using equipment that you may or may not have, but I'll give you some alternative ways that you can do the types of drills that I'm going to present to you. All right? So again, the key thing to getting faster, yes, interval training is important. Working on your threshold, yes, is important. But you need to be able to create power in the legs, especially in the calves. Because if you don't have the power in strength in the legs and calves, you're not going to get any faster, or you will up to a certain level, and that's it. You're going to plateau. You won't get any faster. So if you want to get a lot more faster, you need to do these types of workouts. So power drills, power running, things of that sort. You got to overload those muscles, train those muscles to generate more power in your runs. All right? So hang tight. I'm about to show you the different types of running power drills you can do at home. All right, so the first drill that you can do are called squat hops. Okay, squat hops generate power from the feet all the way up into the hips. So you're creating that power within the whole leg into your calves. So you're doing what we call a triple extension, which you're extending the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So super easy. You don't need weights with this. All you do is get into a squat position and then hop up just like that, land nice and soft. Hop up, land nice and soft. Now, if you want to generate more power, or you want to overload those muscles, then you go ahead and grab some weights in each hand, and you'll still do the same thing. Squat, jump, extend, jump, land nice and light, and you'll repeat that for a number of reps or sets that you feel just to the point where your legs kind of feel a little bit fatigued. Okay, so that's one. The next one is kind of a modification of the squat hops, where you're actually doing a squat forward hop. So what you're going to be doing here is going to get into squat position, okay, and you're going to be hopping forward just like that, landing on the heel of your feet, not on your toes, but on the heel, landing nice and soft. Okay, so you'll get into a squat, hop forward, and on the heels, nice and soft. Once you stabilize, again, hop again. Okay, and the idea behind this is you're trying to extend the hop as far as you can going forward, okay? Just like that. You try to see how far you can get as you're doing the hops. And as you become more comfortable, then you'll do sequential hops where you will basically squat and hop forward, squat and hop forward, squat and hop forward, okay? So that's another example of a power drill you can do. And as you become more comfortable, you'll go ahead and grab some weights, do the same thing. Again, overloading the muscles in the legs and the calves. The next one is a single leg hop. So here, instead of doing a squat hop, you're just staying on one leg, squatting halfway, and hopping straight up, just like that. By that, you're doing that triple extension, creating that power, and that power in the leg and the calf to get you moving forward. So when you start running, you'll be able to use that same power to drive your body forward, increasing your power, which increases your speed. So you will do one leg, okay, just like this. Switch to the other leg, same thing. Okay, and as you become comfortable, add weights to it and start doing the same thing. Weights, same thing. Switch sides, same thing. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and progress to, instead of a stationary, you're going to be hopping forward. So you'll be staying on one leg, partial squat, okay? And then hopping forward as far as you can, okay? Once you've done a number of reps, switch to the other leg, same thing. So you're hopping forward, just like that, okay? Again, as you become more comfortable, add weights to it to, again, overload those muscles. So you make sure that you're challenging those muscles to create that energy, to create that power. So when you start running for your 5K, 10K, half marathon, sprint, whatever it is you're doing, that will create the power in your legs and your calves to, again, increase your pace. This is something that you would do in addition to the intervals. Now the last drill I'll show you is basically where you use a pull sled. So give me a moment and I'll show you what that is. All right, so here I got a pull sled. So what it is basically a bag that you put weights or sandbags into it, and that creates some weight, some drag. And what you're going to be doing is using this rope or tether from the bag and wrap it around your body. And when you wrap it around your body, you're going to be running and pulling this behind you as you're running. And again, that's going to over challenge those muscles in the thighs, the calves, to get that triple extension as you're driving. Because if you don't drive correctly, you're not going to be able to pull the bag very efficiently. So it teaches your body to stand up tall, drive with your calves and legs to make sure that you create enough power to overcome the weight and the drag of this bag. Here in a moment, I will go ahead and demonstrate what it looks like when you pull the bag behind you. All right. Now, one thing I will mention is if you don't have a bag like this or a sled pull, then you can also use weights in your hands. And instead of pulling the bag, you will run with the weights in your hands. And again, high knee driving, making sure the foot is driving you forward by using your calves and your legs to do that triple extension with the weights in your hands. Okay, so that's an alternative if you don't have the pull sled. So again, give me a moment, I'll set up to show you what it looks like when you pull the sled. All right, as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how you use the pull sled. Okay, so you basically wrap the tether around your hips, just slightly above the hips. Okay, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be driving, looking up with your head and driving with the legs, pulling the weight. Okay, now the question is, how much weight should you be pulling? Well, they recommend between 10 to 20% of your whole body weight is ideal. Now, if you're new to this, maybe even less than that. You may want to go maybe 5%, maybe 2%. Basically, build yourself up. Start off light. As you get used to it, add more weight. But in general, they recommend about 10 to 20%. All right, let me go ahead and demonstrate what this looks like. Okay, again, it's really important that you drive with the legs, do that triple extension, keep the head up. You don't want to be looking down towards the ground, okay? And make sure you use the arm to pump, okay? Here we go. Okay, and go. Now, the next question you're probably asking is like, how long should you be running for? Well, again, start off shorter distance, work your way up. Maybe you want to start off about maybe 25 meters first, then go to 50, then go to 75, then run 100. And then what you can do is do 200s where you run one direction, immediately turn around, run the other direction for 200 meters. So those are the drills that I personally do. Gets me faster. It's an excellent workout. As you can tell, I'm out of breath just from doing that short little, I don't know, that's probably like maybe 25 meters back and forth. But as you can tell, it really challenges the whole body, so it's gonna be quite a workout. Now, you don't have to do very many reps and very many sets, because it's gonna challenge you a lot. Start off slow, start off low, and then build yourself up, okay? So again, yes, intervals are important, but if you really want it to improve your speed, you need to challenge your body, you need to challenge the legs and the calves. So those drills that I just mentioned, along with the sled pull or using weights in your hands and running with it, works very well at increasing your pace for your 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon, or sprint, whatever you try to do, all right? So I hope you learned something here. Go out there, be safe, make sure you do proper warm-up, and get that job done so you can get a faster time on whatever event that you're doing. All right, till next time, you guys take care. Bye.